welcome back to another episode of The End I've Always Said That podcast. We're your hosts, Nikki, JoJo, and Meghan. Oh my god.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I literally don't even know how I did that.
Nikki, JoJo, and Meghan.
I thought you were doing it as a joke, and then you went,
No, my brain was just like on autopilot.
That's so
I
funny.
can't believe you just did that.
Oh my god, I can't believe I just did that either. I'm so sorry.
I'm so offended.
I love you. I'm sorry. I don't know how I did that. We can't get any of our ducks in a row to all four film at the same time.
Well, Nikki is sicky.
Last week,
She's
I was
sicky,
a
Nikki.
little sicky. I had a caffeine
You had a second
headache.
cup of coffee?
I had a second cup of coffee.
Not for the week.
I don't think my body can handle caffeine anymore, actually. I think I accidentally reprogrammed my body. Like, earlier in 2023, I was experiencing a lot of insomnia, and I was drinking so much coffee, so much Diet Coke. I'm known as a Diet Coke stan around these parts.
You didn't get a Diet Coke at dinner tonight. Do you care to
I
comment?
know. I went to dinner and I was like, oh, I'm going to get an iced tea because I know Joe will get a Diet Coke. I felt so hurt.
Care to comment?
I don't think I can handle caffeine anymore.
Are you gonna get caffeine-free Coke? Do you
My
drink
grandma
Coke for
used
the
to drink
flavor
that.
or like
No,
The
it's for
addiction.
the flavor.
the health benefits?
I do it for the aesthetic, like the flavor. I don't do it because I need the caffeine.
What does
but-
it taste like?
What?
What does it taste like?
Aspartame?
Do you like the taste of Coke?
I don't-
Do you like the taste of like diet things like diet iced tea?
Yeah.
You might like
Sweeter.
Coke, Diet Coke then because
No, I don't.
Well, I don't like. You don't know. You've never had it because I don't like diet flavored things because I don't like the aspartame taste that comes with diet flavored things.
I don't like the
I'd rather have the
spicy
full
crackle
sugar.
in my throat that soda
You don't like
Yeah,
the
but you might like
carbonation.
the flavor more than a Coke, is what I'm saying. I know you don't like bubbly things.
I don't
but-
love carbonation. I just like Diet Coke. But, yeah, so
carbonation.
I had a Diet Coke. This is really embarrassing. At like 5 p.m. last week, I was up the whole night. I'm sleeping like 10 hours now. I haven't been having regular coffee. I have half caffeine in the morning, if I even have coffee.
Half calf.
Half calf. And it's adaptogenic ashwagandha coffee.
Okay, weed girl.
Never smoked weed
Stoner.
a day in my life.
But that would happen to my mom when we were younger. Like, we'd go out to dinner or something on a Sunday, and she'd be like, "Oh, I really want, like, a Coke with my burger, but I can't have it because the caffeine will keep me up all night."
Yeah.
And I'd be like, "What a fucking loser." And
Yeah.
I'd sit there and I'd drink my, like, 8 cups of Coke at dinner and then go to sleep like nothing. And then lately, if I have, like,
Yeah.
coffee past 3 p.m. or any sort of caffeinated beverage past 3 p.m., I'm up all night.
It literally happened to me the
It
month.
happens out of nowhere.
The month I'm turning 25, I can't handle
You're just
caffeine
suddenly
anymore.
a loser who can't have caffeine anymore.
I guess I am. I guess I'm just a loser.
I'm up at all hours of the night, so like might as well enjoy it. I mean, last night I went to bed so early. I woke up at 2:30, couldn't fall back asleep until 5,
What time did you go to bed?
like 8
Did you go on your phone?
when I got back.
No, when you woke up at 1:30.
No, I tried to go back to bed, couldn't, and then I went on my phone.
That's the issue. You just have to power through it.
Yeah, but then that's so boring.
But that's the issue because then when you look at your phone, it like re-wakes up
It
your
does.
brain.
It
Well, I
does.
had to go on my phone
And then
to
you
set
really
my
won't
alarm.
fall back asleep. Taylor, just set your alarm every day. Just have it go off every day.
I wind down by reading a book.
Do you? I'm assuming you have a phone alarm.
Yeah.
No.
Actually, crazy thing about me, up
You're gonna see
until
what Taylor does.
up until I was 23, I didn't have a phone alarm. I never used it.
You just woke up.
I could say this is how high strung and unhappy and anxious I was. I never experienced like a good night's rest. I could go to sleep like the night before I was supposed to get up and go, I'm going to get up at 6:30 and on the dot. I could say I'm going to get up at 9. Get up at 9.
That's my dad.
But like it was because I was so high strung.
Probably also my dad.
Yeah.
But if my dad knows he has to like, we have to get up at 4 a.m. to be at the airport, like, he gets anxiety sleep, he says it a lot, where if he knows he has to be up at a certain time, he just wakes up every hour.
That's exactly what I
And
would
he
do.
just wakes up early anyway, naturally. So he just, like, never needs an alarm clock. He doesn't use one. He just wakes up when
I
he
need
needs
an
to.
alarm clock.
I don't need one. I think I usually wake up before my
Shut
alarm
up.
anyway.
Speaking of Taylor needing an alarm clock, Maria slept over once, and her boyfriend, it was a weeknight. And Maria brought this up to me recently. I didn't even know that this happened. But because you kind of stopped doing it, but you set your alarm starting at like 6 a.m. And then it's like every half hour until 9 a.m. And Taylor typically just sleeps
3
through
hours?
it.
Well, because I have the will that I want to get up at 6 a.m. But then I hear the alarm and I'm just so tired. So then I turn it off.
Yes. But sometimes Taylor will sleep through it for a good 20 minutes. And Maria said she got so annoyed at you. She went in there and shut your alarm off. And then went back to sleep on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
And then a separate time when my mom slept over, your alarm went off for probably about like 20 minutes. And my mom was like, are you going to wake her up? And I went, she'll figure it out. I know she doesn't have to be up yet. She'll figure it out. It'll wake her up eventually.
And it did.
And it did. But anytime anyone comes over, they're always worried about you because you set 80 alarms.
Well, that's because I also
To the
have
point where they
anxiety
wake
that
me
I'm
up.
not going to get up.
Yeah.
And so I set, like, if I know I have to be up at 9, I set my first alarm at, like, 6:30.
You know what I did last night that I'm going to do again tonight?
What?
It got me to wake up earlier. I charged because there's like an outlet right outside of my bedroom door, right next to it. So I can plug my phone into it, but have it sit outside my room so I can't play on it before bed, which is better for me because I'm also trying to read more. I'm reading Akatar.
Oh.
You have to start that, by the way.
I know I do, and I have to bring you back
Because I feel like we need to have this journey together.
Yes, I know.
Sidebar. So it was outside my door, but I had to actually physically get up out of bed to shut off the alarm. And I shut it off, and I really just wanted to go and crawl back into bed. And I said, let me have a glass of water. Because I saw if you have a glass of water, it just kind of like starts getting you going for the day. So I had the glass of water, and I was like, well, I'm kind of tired. Maybe I'll just make a cup of coffee. I just had one sip of it. I didn't even finish the cup of coffee, but it just got me going for the day.
Yeah.
I was still 15 minutes late for work, but it got me going for the day.
Maybe I'll try that tonight.
Charge your phone across the room.
I mean, all right.
Because you'll still hear it.
Yeah, but my fear is that I won't. Like, I don't even charge my phone at night. Like, I charge it to 100%, then I take it off the charger, and then it lays on the pillow next to me.
Like a man?
Yeah, because I'm afraid that I won't wake up.
I'm not afraid I won't wake up. This is a very, like,
Well, try it, and you hear me leave in the morning anyway.
If that's when I usually get up is when you leave.
Yeah, so try, like, charging it where you have to, like, get up to shut it off. And then if that doesn't work, then you'll hear me leave, and you'll, like, be like,
that's
okay.
so true. But, yeah, I need to have, like, 16 alarms.
For me, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about not waking up, but I have to sleep with my phone not next to me, but like on the bed with me. My mom instilled it's in me from a very young age that like you always need to have your phone near you in case someone dies in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Like in case there's an emergency.
My mom only recently started charging her phone in her room, and my dad was like, you have to charge your phone in your room. What if something's happening with one? Because, like, me and my brother will go out when we're home. He's like, what if something happens with one of the kids and someone needs to contact you?
Yes.
Because she just, like, forever, because we had a house phone. I think we still have a house phone, but
I love a good landline.
she just charged it in the kitchen. It was just never on her person. Because she's like,
it's like my dad.
She, like, doesn't play with it before bed or anything. Like, she's not in that habit.
She's like a real human person.
Yeah. Can't relate, but
No, I called my mom the other night at 1 a.m. She picked up, third ring. What's wrong? I went, I'm in a panic.
if I need to call someone at 1 a.m., I'd have to call my dad. My mom would not answer. Also, not good.
You got your phone stolen. You had to call your dad.
Also, I only know his phone number. That's also why I had to call my dad. I didn't want to call my dad. I had to call my dad.
Yeah. Are we even on the agenda yet?
No, alarm clocks were not even on the agenda.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No. But I think it was what started it all is I set my alarm every night. Like I don't have it preset. Like I have
Yes,
to.
that was the point I was trying to make to you. Where every night Taylor will set her, like, turn on her alarms, whereas I have it just set where it's like every Monday through Friday, it'll just go off at 7 a.m. regardless of what I do. But for some reason, you have to turn on your alarm every night.
I do that.
Why do you guys do that?
Because I have different days. Like what if?
Sometimes I don't want to wake up at 6:30. I want to wake up at 7.
Then you can just adjust it.
But it's not like a specific weekday.
But why not have, like,
I just
a
decide that
fail-safe of like every day it'll go off at 7 just in case you forget.
Goes
the
back
earlier
to me
ones.
is that I don't need the alarm. It's there. So that's why I do it.
So then I guess for you, why don't you just have a fail safe of every day it'll at least go off at 7 a.m. and then earlier you want it. You just have to remember to turn it on. But this way you don't have to like, because sometimes you'll fall asleep and I think you re-wake up and set your alarm.
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you just have it already set so this way, like...
I don't know, because I did do that, and then I started working, and it was like once a week I had to wake up at 5 a.m. and then like my days are never the same.
You haven't had to get up at 5 a.m. in like a year?
A month.
When's the last time you had to get up at 5 a.m. and go to Hudson?
Like 2 months ago.
In the summer?
No.
You haven't gone to Hudson since the summer, I don't think.
No, I've been. Actually, that's a lie. I haven't been on the train. I've been driven. But I have been to Hudson. I went November.
That's me. You're playing footsie with me under the table.
But yeah, alarm clocks.
Crazy.
Set your alarm. Comment down below what your alarm routine is.
Whoa. Something's going on outside.
Do you hear people screaming out the window the other night?
No.
I couldn't tell if it was coming from the front or the back, but I guess it was the back because I heard it.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't hear it. Can we talk about our panty dropper of all time?
Sure. Sorry, guys. I think this is like the most boring episode we've ever recorded.
Panty dropper? Panty dropper of all time. Go ahead.
So, Jeremy Allen White, he's been our panty dropper for like the last month.
Do you mean panty dropper Hall of Fame?
He's in the Hall of Fame for sure. We also never did the Hall of Fame.
Well, our 1 year hasn't happened.
Oh, you're right.
So, Jeremy Allen White,
go see Iron Claw. Go see it
because so I was scrolling on Instagram during when I woke up at 2 a.m. and I saw a video of the one girl that he's in the bear with, whose sister is on Abbott Elementary. Didn't know that they were sisters. And they were doing an interview. And
They're
like,
sisters?
Yeah.
Damn.
That was a joke, I think.
No.
Are you sure?
They went, look, it's your sister.
Taylor, I think they were joking.
I'll cut this out.
I don't know.
Taylor. I saw a thing today, too. And it was like, people were going into an election year, like, we have to practice media literacy. Like, you have to be able to figure out when things are true or false. Ayo. Yeah, no mention of her nepotism connection to Quinta. Is her last name Brunson?
Oh, click on it. Go on her.
I'm saying that right? Quinta?
Yeah.
See?
Yes, but Taylor, they're not sisters.
Oh. Well,
she's also 4'11".
Cut this out.
I'm cutting. Okay, let's get back to the topic at hand.
Okay, so the interviewer asked her, and she went,
"Don't cut that out.
Cut it out.
Don't cut that out. I can put in things of the week.
Cut it out.
Don't cut it out.
I'll decide when I'm editing.
Whatever. So
I'm just gonna keep mentioning it throughout the episode. So you have to keep
I have to keep it in.
So they asked her what she thought about the Calvin Klein, and she went, you gotta remember that's my coworker. And then I was like, ooh, Jeremy Allen White. So then I was looking, and then he still has a photo of his ex-wife on his profile. And I was like, oh, that's so big of him, because it was after they had gotten a divorce. And he was like, happy birthday. Like, I love you, blah, blah, blah. And then I was looking at her profile, and she had stuff up for him. And I was like, oh, my God, they have such a good co-parenting relationship. Come to find out, they have 2 daughters.
Mm-hmm.
Dakota Johnson is their godmother.
Interesting.
I didn't even know Jeremy Allen White knew Dakota Johnson.
That's what I was shocked.
Does his wife know her? Maybe that's
I think so. Him and his wife or ex-wife were together for 18 years.
I feel like I knew that.
18 years. They dated for 15 years before they got married. They've only been married for like
childhood sweethearts.
Yeah, they started.
I feel like at that point they had to be 18 years.
Yeah, they were like
Jeremy Allen White's 30.
Yeah, they dated for like 15 years, and they were married for like 14, like 3 or 4 years.
Dating for 14 years
just to get divorced.
Just to get divorced.
Like, 2 kids. Like,
what is it all for?
Insane. I was like, I could not believe that they dated. Whatever, they started dating. She was like, I remember watching you in our theater class. So they've been together since high school. She went through every single show that he's been in. Shameless, The Bear, whatever.
Yeah, everything that made him famous.
And what? They just willy-nilly went, all right, let's.
Well,
he said, I have a Latina queen waiting for me.
Yeah.
But like,
I gotta go get Rosalia.
I think of when I had started dating my first boyfriend when I was like 11, 12, and then my next boyfriend when I was 15, 16. I was not the same person. Like, I'm not the same person. It's crazy for me to think, like, who would I be if I was still dating that person?
Yeah, but they got divorced when they were like, what, 28, 29?
Yeah, but when you're dating someone for past like a few years, it becomes, I don't want this to come off the wrong way, part of why you're still together, obviously you love each other, whatever, but part of why you're together is because there's longevity. Like, you've put a lot of time and effort into the relationship. So unless something absolutely huge happens or something comes to a head that's like literally undeniable or whatever, chances are it's not going to break you up. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I dated
What
someone
happened?
for 5.5 years.
What happened with
So
them?
that's nothing. That pales in comparison to 18 years.
18 years. Like,
Sometimes you just fall out of love.
at that point, they were together for longer than they were not together.
Yeah. I forget what video I was watching, but there was like this married couple saying that the secret to getting and staying married was that you don't stay in love with that person.
You keep falling in love with the person they become.
Exactly. Well, they described it as having not one marriage, but a bunch of different marriages within. Saying that like this was our era of whatever, and it's true. Every few years, you really do become a different person.
I mean, I'm sure I'm completely different than I'm going to be at 80. And I
Yeah.
hope that my future partner can fall in love with 24-year-old me, 27-year-old me, mother me,
Yeah.
post children into college me, old lady me, you know? My future partner loves me in all aspects of my life.
You know that TikTok sound? It's like, I knew me before you, I know me during you, but I never knew that I had to know me after you.
That's sad.
Right?
For the death of a child?
No.
I mean, it's
People
like
do it for like breakups.
the end of anything.
Oh, I thought it was for death of a child.
I think it also is.
I've only seen it with breakups, but I was just thinking about that. Like, how sad. Like,
That is sad.
because then one of like her last posts was like, co-parent, 30, single, like mother of 2 children, didn't know that life was going to be this hard or something.
Get a grip.
But she's still whatever white, which, I mean, I get it, her kids have that last name, but
That's why not solely why, but I'm not changing my name when I get married.
If I don't like last name, I'm not changing my last name.
I just feel like people think my last name is cool, and I can't picture me with any other last name.
neither can I.
I'd have to really like it to change it. Or I'd have to really like you to change it.
I feel like I'm definitely gonna change it unless I absolutely hate it. But I feel like I'd want me and my kids to have the same last name.
They can have your last name. They're your kids.
Yeah, that's true.
It depends on what kind of dynamic you have with your husband.
That is so true.
Some people care about that stuff, some people don't. I'm willing to make a compromise if my husband cares, but who's to
What
say
if your
he will?
husband's last name is Suck a Big Dick?
Hey, I'm changing.
Sign me.
Megan Suck a Big Dick.
Yeah.
That's
All one word.
yeah.
Speaking of names, though.
Finally, a conversation topic. Actually, that was a
Jeremy
conversation
Allen White
topic.
was a conversation topic.
He was.
We were probably talking for about like an hour and a half before we started recording this episode.
An hour and a half, more like 4 hours.
Could have been a
So that's
podcast
4 hours.
episode in itself if we only had longer mics and like the will to get up off the couch. But we were talking about couples and their pet names and on if we're pro or against. So right now, before we give you our juicy little tidbits, go and comment down below on our YouTube or go on our Instagram and comment down below on our things of the week or just wherever and say if you're pro or against couple pet names.
And if you're against certain ones, which ones you're against, or if you're for certain ones, which
Or
ones
if
you're
you have like a favorite name you're calling
gung-ho
your
for.
SO, let us know. Maybe we'll steal it for future ref.
Oh my god, what if it's like something like Sweetie Cheekies? Like, I don't know.
No.
Is that something you'd like to call someone?
No, that's
Sweetie
what Gypsy
Cheekies?
Rose calls her husband, Sweet Cheeks.
Oh, that's how we got into this, because we were talking about Gypsy Rose, naturally.
Taylor's best friend.
And Taylor was like, did you know that they call each other, like, these pet names? And
so strange.
I got
Sorry,
into
babes.
this because I said that I'm someone who's throughout the course of my life really how long I've been dating.
You flipped a switch.
Been dating for a decade.
Mhm.
I I can't decide if I like them or if I don't like them. Like, I go through phases where I had been like, they're gross, they're cringy, and then I would start like seeing someone I actually really liked and then be like, okay, like,
My
it's
beautiful,
not that
gorgeous
bad.
lover, how are you doing today?
I haven't called anyone lover. Don't know if I ever will. It's to
Lover.
Carrie Bradshaw. But
My
like,
beautiful, gorgeous, handsome man.
like I was saying, I call all of my girlfriends, like I see them, I say like, my love, or I call everyone babe, like in conversation.
Same.
And when I meet and befriend men, I am like bursting on the inside, trying not to weave it into conversation just because it's in my vernacular. Like, relationship or not.
I say it. Just say it.
I don't know. I feel like it's weird.
I am also constantly
Calling
using nicknames for my
A
girlfriends. when
man
I'm
you're
talking
not
to them.
dating, my love
Well, not my
or
love.
babe.
Hi, my
I
love.
say it to everyone.
I call only girls my love, but I call everyone babe or babes.
Bebs.
Bebs. I'll be like, hey, babe. Like, girl,
What
guy,
about
whatever.
like if you're
coworker.
dating a guy or a guy wants to date you? What's a pet name that you really hate? That
Sweetie, sweetheart,
See, I like sweetheart.
honey.
See, I don't know, and I don't think I'm gonna know
It depends
until
on the
I'm in
guy.
it.
It depends on the guy for
I
sure.
feel
Because
like-
it's gonna depend on like how he's using
Yeah.
it, when he's using it, and how I feel about him. I think
Mhm.
because if it's like a very new thing and he's calling me a super cringy pet name,
Yeah.
I could see that kind of turning me off in a sense. But if we've been dating for a little while and I have very serious feelings for him and he calls me a cringy pet name, I think I might find it endearing.
I think that about babe too. I don't like baby, but with babe, if a guy I've just started talking to him or we've only been on a few dates, I'm like, you're saying that and it feels impersonal. Like, call me by my name. But if it's a while, then I'm like, okay, it's cute. You know? Like,
No.
I always saw, I remember from a young age, I think my mom had said to me, like, if a man doesn't call you by your name, he only calls you babe, it's because he's talking to so many other girls he can't remember what your name is.
Because also for me, I know Meghan comes with a lot of nicknames and a lot of people in my life just already call me a nickname. So he could also come up with a nickname off of that I'm
Yeah.
unaware even
The
exists
Megatron.
yet.
Megatron?
I don't think I could be so in love with someone that calls me the Megatron,
Megatron.
in like a loving way. But
my little Megatron.
Well, that's
especially if he
baby.
does it in a baby
that-
voice.
That's baby talk, which is in my
Also,
mind
sound off
different.
below pro or against baby talk. That could be a whole nother episode in itself.
Yeah.
I'm not for baby
Personally,
talk.
I'm against, especially
I've-
if someone's like my little Megatron.
Yeah,
that would be like
I've never
double
like,
whammy.
looked at a guy and thought like, like I've never looked at a guy and been like, oh my god, you're just so cute. Like I've never.
I don't even do that to babies. Why
I
am
know,
I
I
gonna do
don't
that
do
to a
that to
grown
babies.
man?
Guys have done that to me, and what like it's nice to be called cute and stuff, but it's also like, get your hands off me.
But also,
And
that's
I
like
like
very
babies.
weird. Like to be like, "Ooh, blah, 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 blah."
And I'm not even going
Like,
up to babies being like,
I'm grown up.
You are 6'1". Grow up. Stand up straight. Get away from me.
yeah, it's,
Get a grip.
it's
get a
it's
grip.
nice to for someone to think you're cute, but how far they take it is a
Yeah.
whole different story. I get it. I get the point. Thank you. If you do it any further, you're gonna
you.
creep me out.
Another one. Thank you.
What other pet names are there? There's Honey.
I'm like blanking.
No,
on every
honey,
single pet name.
sweetheart, sweetie. Only like older women can call me that.
I think I'd like Honey.
Honey's not bad,
There's dear, darling,
darling.
baby.
Baby's like fine.
I've been
Is
called.
baby cakes a nickname as well? Like baby cakes.
Yeah.
Baby cakes.
I've
I
never
kinda like
called.
that.
I've never
My
called
grandma
anyone
calls
darling. I've been
The
called
grandkids baby
darling
cakes.
a bunch of times, and it wasn't bad. I have
I
to say.
mean, I'd be fine with a man call me sweetheart if they had a southern accent. Sweetheart.
That was a southern accent.
Sweetheart. I can't even do it.
the fuck was that?
It's
I
too
think
late.
I've said
I can't
this
even
before, but how bad you are at accent.
So bad.
Wait, do your British accent really quick.
do it.
She can't even.
I can't.
Say, I would like to have a glass of tea with my pals.
I would like to have a glass of tea with my pals.
You
Like a
just
glass of
sound like
tea.
you. Diana impressions, and you sounded like that, and you went, "Oh my God, I'm literally Princess Diana," and I had to go, "Taylor."
That was like Sophie started singing Hamilton once, and she pressed record on her phone, and she went, "That was so good. I sounded just like him." I said, "Play it back." No, you didn't.
Did she stand her ground?
She did. It's like, you're not fooling anyone.
Oh my gosh.
I have a good Ireland accent, Irish. When I want.
I feel like we lost it after that one night.
Probably need to be drunk or
Oh my
something.
God, get ready.
Get ready.
Oh, I also decided the first thing I'm doing when I get off the plane, I'm buying a pack of cigarettes.
Ooh.
It's so European vacation to buy a pack of cigarettes to smoke
It
on a
is.
trip.
I will say, though, okay, accents do make a difference with pet names.
Yeah.
Sweetheart.
Can't tell you how many Irish men have called me a wee lass.
Wee lass.
And how many will when I am in Ireland.
If somebody called me a wee lass, I'd be like, oh, Jamie Fraser. Dick me down.
Who's Jamie Fraser?
Oh my God, from Outlander?
I didn't watch Outlander.
Oh my God,
and
you
know I
need
didn't
to.
watch Outlander.
Jamie
Guys,
Fraser.
get ready to be called a wee lass.
wee
Because it's
lass.
going to happen.
I'm just so small
A
and
wee
petite.
lass.
Just so tiny.
I'm just a little baby. I'm so small.
But yeah, no, I think accents do make a difference. Sometimes for and sometimes against. Sometimes there's certain words that just don't sound good in certain accents. Right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Darling sounds better in a British accent.
So much better.
Darling.
So much better in a
Darling.
British accent. So much better.
Darling.
Darling.
Or just like an accent that's not American.
What about the nickname being like my girl? Like,
My
Oh,
girl.
that's cute.
like my girl, come here.
Well, no,
maybe not in that
actually,
sense.
not
My
like
girl.
That's like a
If
dog.
somebody referred to me.
Come here, my girl.
My girl.
Like if somebody was like, "Oh, that's my girl," I'd be like, panties drop.
Or like answering question like, yes, my
But
girl.
think about you're in the kitchen and like you're.
Can we get eyes on my girl?
Is like watching TV and he's like, my girl.
My girl.
No, then I would
Is
not
dinner
like it.
almost ready, my girl?
Then
No,
I
but
would
if
not
someone
like it.
referred to you as like your friend, being like, "That's my girl," I'd panty drop right there on the floor.
But would that be a nickname, or that would just be like, not a nickname, a pet name, or that's just like saying that's a statement?
Well, I guess he could like kind of refer it to you because he could be like,
You're my girl.
Like my girl.
My girl.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
Like he's hugging and he's just
Girl.
Hey, lady.
Lady.
like, oh my God, wait, this reminds me. You both don't know about Tony Pizza.
No. What is
Oh, but
Well,
I have to
I
pull up
like-
the specific
I
Tony
like
Pizza
kind of
story.
know it because you've told me, but
this
like,
is killing me. My boyfriend
Okay.
won't stop
He's
calling me Tony Pizza.
Okay.
oh wait, yes, I
Wait,
do know that.
I, 21 female, and my boyfriend, male, 21, currently live together and have been together about 4 months. To explain why we are living together at 4 months mark, we started out as roommates and then started dating. I have to say my boyfriend has never been good at pet names. Some ones were Little Subster. That's what that word is, right?
No, stub.
Stubster.
Stubster. Like
and
someone's stubby.
sour meat. Wait, yes, I'm 18. Oh my God, I'm literally 18 years old. And sour meat. One of my nicknames for him in comparison is Little Bird.
Oh, that would get Taylor.
Anyway, about 2 weeks ago, he started calling me Tony Pizza. This doesn't even make sense, and he uses it more often than my actual name. He is obsessed. It honestly bothers me that I can't even bother to find a somewhat nice nickname for me. I've had a couple of conversations with him about it, but he says he just can't think of anything better. What do I do? Is this going to become a bigger problem, or should I even address it? I hate being Tony Pizza.
It's kind of funny because, I mean, if it started out as a joke, being called something like Tony Pizza is hilarious. But what's behind it is that he's just not putting in any effort and he doesn't really care. But like,
Arguably, I think he's putting in a little bit
too much effort. I
Sour
don't know.
meat.
Someone called me Tony Pizza, I'd laugh.
Well, everyone in the now I'm remembering everyone in the thread is like, "That's the best nickname ever. Why are you so upset about that?"
Well, if he's only calling her Tony Pizza, then that's a problem.
I think it's funny because right now that I'm not like obviously in a relationship, I'm kind of anti pet names. So I think that would be so funny to me and like kind of just for me personally be like, this is so well thought out because I'm sure at some point in the beginning I'd probably like, ugh, pet names kind of thing. So if he like thought to maybe call me Tony Pizza as like an anti pet name, I'd be like, oh, that's I don't think that's what happened to this girl, but I'd be like, oh my God, that's kind
Tony
of thoughtful that you're calling me
Pizza.
Tony Pizza.
Speaking of Little Bird,
Would you like to be called Little Bird?
No, but the Jonas Brothers song, I put that on my mood board. The lyrics.
Why? What are you calling in?
Walk
Calling
down
in
the
the one.
aisle, breaking my heart.
I want someone to, like, they just love their children. I want someone who just loves their children.
You want someone who already has children?
No.
See, this is where you have to get specific.
You want someone who wants children?
Yes, and who will love them as much as
See, but you
the
put
Jonas
in
Brothers.
lyrics of someone who already loves their children, which could mean you're calling in someone who already loves their children.
No, but I'm...
He just loves the children he hasn't had yet.
But I put in the intention because I also
Me who needs to marry a girl that with no girls?
Family with, like, a golden retriever. Like, I put in all that because that's what I want to aspire to, is to have the husband, the children, the golden retriever.
So you have children on the board, not just the song lyrics. Okay.
Yes.
That works.
There's no children on my board because I don't want to get pregnant in 2024.
Well, this is for my calling in the one mood board, not my 2024
Oh,
mood
okay.
board.
And my calling in the one mood board also involves children, pregnancy.
One of my biggest fears is that I'm infertile and I don't know it.
I also have that fear.
Huge fear. Huge fear I have.
I'm not even manifesting that.
I
sometimes I'll be trying to go to sleep and I'm like, what if I'm infertile?
I've thought about it.
Hey. No, it's no, because I want children. I don't know. It's I turn almost 25 and I'm thinking about this shit.
I try not to think about it due to the fact that I've gotten a period every single month since I've been 12.
Same.
And
Okay,
I feel like maybe something would have tipped me off by now. I mean, obviously, I'm aware that, like
that's what I'm scared of.
It could just still not happen and you can get a period every month. But, like, I'm hoping that, like, nothing has tipped me off thus far in my life to make me think that. So I try to not think about it too much kind of thing. But I think that's just, like, being a woman is being like, can I have kids?
I've already said to myself, like, if I, for whatever reason, can't have my own children, I would adopt.
I would adopt.
My best friend from high school, Matthew. Hi, Matthew. He was adopted from Vladivostok, Russia. His parents got married really young, like 20, had their own child. And then 20 years later, when she went to college, they were 40, and they were like, there are people our age still having kids. So they adopted him and his brother. And when he was a baby, and they're like the best people ever. And he loves them. And I don't know, seeing him grow up as someone who was adopted from another country, or, I mean, there are plenty of babies here and children here that need homes. I don't know, it just made me think, like, no brainer. Like, if I can't have children, like, I'll adopt one.
Me and my cousins have a pact where if one of us can't have kids, we would have each other's kids. Like, we'd carry it.
That's nice.
But, yeah, that's one of my biggest fears because I'm, like, the one thing that I want to do. And I feel like I was put
on this earth to
be
do.
a mom. Yeah.
Oh,
so that's, like, my biggest fear is that I can't.
Or
one of them. I have other fears, but that's one of, like, the big ones.
That's a big one for me, too. Yeah, and it's something I didn't think about until I hit my 20s.
Yeah.
No, I've always thought about that. I've always thought worst case scenario.
I've just kind of always I've seen myself as a mom, and I don't really like working, but I think that's the one job that I would actually, like, enjoy. Yeah, but that's, like, the one thing that I think I genuinely would, like, enjoy doing with my life, and I think I'd find passion in that, and I don't think I find passion in a lot of things, and I just see myself doing it, so I try not to let any other thoughts, because I know one way or another I'm going to have children, whether they come from me or whether
not. Yeah.
they don't. I'll be their mom no matter what.
I had this huge fear when I was even, like, a teenager and in my early 20s, going, like, deciding, like, am I someone who wants to have kids or not? Because at the time I was in a really serious committed relationship. I told myself I wasn't going to have kids because I was so, for kids that did not exist, I said to myself, you would love them way too much, and you would be, like, I'd be sick, worried about them every time they are not in my eye line. I don't even have them yet.
That happens to me sometimes. Like, I think of situations that my future kids will get into, and I'm like, what am I gonna do?
No, I was
like,
literally,
oh my god, why am I nervous? I don't even have a boyfriend.
Someone who someone who loves people very deeply. I was like, I don't know if I can handle having kids, not because of the responsibility, but because I think I just might love them too much.
I was like,
how crazy
everything about
is that?
it's so scary. I was like, what if I take them to the park, and what if they fall?
What if they get stolen?
What if they hit their head and then they like can't walk forever?
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
they have to stay inside of me forever.
And then it makes me think, which I didn't, you don't think about this usually. I think, like, how did my parents let me do anything?
Oh my God, did they just not care about me the way I care about my unborn child?
To this day, my mom still texts me every single night, good night. She would, like, I'm her little sim. Like, she checks my location and to make sure I'm in the apartment. And she says good night.
Mm-hmm.
And so now that I'm an adult and I see that she does it, I'm like, okay. In however many years, wherever technology is, I'm sure I'll be able to check on my little sims.
Mm-hmm. The chip I put in their head.
Oh my God, wait, this reminds me of a TikTok that I saw, but I don't have it, so it's not my TikTok of the week.
Can you just talk about it?
But they were like, send this to your friends, and it was like, which aesthetic are you going to be able to, as a mom? And it was like the Lamborghini mom, the sport mom, the
what do we
rich mom.
think
like,
our mom aesthetics would be?
You give sports mom energy.
You were such a sports mom.
Like soccer mom, like driving the minivan.
I wouldn't have a minivan.
You'd have to have the minivan.
I'd
to
have
take
a Suburban.
all these children to practice.
I'd have a Suburban.
You'd have to have a big ass car.
Suburban's nice.
I'd love my minivan.
I feel like you'd be like I don't know what kind of mom it is, but it's like skirt, heels, like a long peacoat, like kind of. But like Blake Lively in A Simple Favor, but not like.
That's
not
so
like
specific.
The Killing.
I'll
add it somewhere here.
Or not like The Killing, or like the.
Just like her aesthetic in the movie, not like her like hating her life and killing her twin sister.
And like being very negligent. I don't think that, but I think it's just like.
Just like her vibe in the movie of like wearing heels and dresses.
Yeah,
and,
like I feel like you'd be at like school pickup, like I'd be in like leggings and sneakers or like Uggs.
You'd be like the super like pretty feminine mom.
Yeah, like you'd show up in like a mini skirt and like.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Together.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be the MILF.
MILF. I'm the MILF at school drop off and pick up.
Yeah.
You're the MILF.
Have you ever seen Gothic Baby on TikTok?
No.
Well, I think you'd be the aesthetic of Gothic Baby's mom.
Yeah.
Okay. What is that?
Gothic Baby is a Gothic Baby.
What is she? What's her vibe?
The baby is just like goth.
I don't know.
No, but she has a certain vibe that I think would match you. Hold on. I guess this is her Instagram.
Oh, she's like yassified, kind of.
Yes. She's
But the baby,
yassified.
likes emo and.
I don't know if I'd force my baby to be goth.
No, the baby likes it. The baby chooses it.
Like, this is like kind of her vibe.
Interesting. I was thinking of more of like a girl boss mom.
But this is a girl boss mom too, but she's
She's also
yassified.
Yassified gothic girl boss mom.
Gothic
Like just like the
baby.
house, like the vibe of
Yeah.
her house.
I think about that a lot actually because obviously I live with Nikki. She's my roommate. We have two, not completely opposite, but two different aesthetics. So my room is very me. Her room is very her. And then the shared spaces are a blend of us. And I think about what's going to happen when I move in with my boyfriend, who then becomes my fiance, who then becomes my husband. What is our decor going to look like?
Well, is he gonna care?
I don't know. I mean, I'd like for it to be a space where he also enjoys the surround, like.
Yeah, but wouldn't he if he loves you, he'd love your surroundings that you chose?
I mean, but what if it's only reflective of me? I'd also want there to be pieces of him there, I can compromise.
She has a bunch more stuff of her house on her TikTok, not as much on her Instagram.
Now that I'm looking at her, I think I've seen her a few times.
Yeah, I just feel like your baby would like come up to me and be like, "You need like a crystal."
Oh, that's so cute.
Like, you seem sad. Here's a crystal.
Oh, that's so cute. Okay, I love that. My
Let her
baby's
son
would
dye
totally.
his hair neon, whatever, like fun color he wants. I feel like that's something you do. Like
Yeah.
you just be like,
Yeah, if my kid wanted
Like
blue
purple
hair,
hair?
yeah, why
"There's
not?
Gothic Baby."
I am very much into creative expression. Yeah, I would never tell my kid like, no, you want blue, red
She
hair,
renewed her
like
vows, and this was the vibe of the vow
yeah,
renewal.
okay, I see.
Like,
the
see, she's so
vision.
yassified, and her dress is so stunning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, I'm with that.
It's another vow renewal.
Mm-hmm. Wow, they have 4 kids. How many kids do you guys want?
Ideally 3, but at least 2.
I feel like 3 is a good number. I don't just want 1.
I'm going to go have 2 and go from there.
Yeah.
I think.
Same. But
I definitely want them to have a sibling.
Yeah, I just like being a middle child. I don't I know you guys are one of 2, but like for me, the dynamic of 3 is just so interesting. But then it's like you have to plan out exactly how far apart they're spaced, because if one's way too old or way too young, then it's like, what are they going to talk about?
See, I'd want an even number for like amusement park purposes. Like everyone needs a ride buddy.
Well, speaking like my cousins, they're 3, and the first 2 are 2 years apart, and then the third one is 9 years apart from the first one, and they are best friends. Like,
okay.
So because that was what we were talking about it recently, where we were like, my aunt was like, oh yeah, I was always worried, and like growing up, like yeah, they always had to be like, oh, like we have to
include
be
the
careful
baby,
what we say, or like include the baby or whatever. But now they're like, they don't. It's not like an issue.
Because it's different once you become adults sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
That's also like me and my cousins, I guess, in a sense. Of like, I'm 24 and my like youngest cousin that I'm like really close to is 13, and she's just like my little bestie. So I was like, I guess that's what it would be like if like you're my sibling, because technically like she could, like my mom could have had a baby, another one.
Yeah. How did we get here?
I have no idea.
Should I talk about Neil the seal?
What else is on the agenda?
That's it, son.
Oh, no. Okay, yeah, sure. Talk about your seal.
Okay. Should I talk about Neil Patrick Harris looks like a Matthew?
I think you just did.
That's it.
Yeah, that was my statement of the week.
I see it.
Taylor's statement of the week: Neil Patrick Harris looks like a Matthew.
Sure. I can get on that.
He doesn't look like a Neil. Speaking of Neil.
I think his name is Neil Patrick.
He looks like a Neil Patrick.
But I thought Patrick was the middle name.
Well, then why would they call him Neil Patrick Harris? I think his name is like Neil-Patrick. Neil Patrick.
I think you're wrong.
Like, you know the influencer Sally Dar Griffin? Her full name's Sally Dar.
Well.
I think his full name's Neil Patrick.
Well.
Or like your mom's name is Marianne, not just Mary?
Yeah, but it's one word.
My name's Joanne.
Yeah, but is it one word? Yeah.
Okay, no, wait,
Sally
no.
Dar is 2
There's
words.
actually a bit of controversy
in the Joanne community.
in the Joanne community, in my internal Joanne community, because I spell I can't believe I'm government naming myself. I spell my name, Joanne, as one word, but it's capital J-O, capital A-N-N-E. So it's 2 words combined. I spelled as one word. However, on my birth certificate, it's 2 words. So.
Huh.
Is Neil Patrick Harris his real name? It literally does not tell me if Neil Patrick is his first or middle name.
No, I think he just uses his full name.
According to Reddit, it's first name Neil, middle name Patrick, last name Harris.
Yeah.
But then why would you go by that? Unless like
Because
that's your like name, Neil Patrick.
Neil Patrick Harris. I don't know. Well, I feel like you never go Neil Patrick. You say Neil Patrick Harris.
That's true.
I'm going to start going by Meghan Ashley Hogan.
You just docked yourself.
Find me.
I mean, I feel like it's
this
pretty easy
is the 45th
to find.
minute of the podcast. No one's listening.
Yeah.
Okay, well, here's Neil the Seal.
Is he going to puke?
No. Neil the Seal is going around and he is traumatizing. He's going around. I don't know what he's doing.
Where
he's
is
like,
he?
He's in Australia or New Zealand, and he's like breaking into homes. He's taking naps in the middle of streets. Like he's going under cars, taking naps. Like people are late to work. They can't go to work because Neil the Seal is laying underneath. Look.
How do they all know this is the same gentleman?
Because
the same distinguished gentleman.
Because he has like a marking.
Is he okay? Why is he running amok?
I don't know.
Amok.
See, they go Neil.
Like, this has to be someone's pet. How did they make a TikTok account for it?
Yeah. Oh.
No, like, everyone just knows about Neil the Seal.
Well, not to be a bummer, but I hope he's not being mistreated.
No, he's just like swimming up.
That's the same video we just saw.
Sorry. People
Well,
are
Like
spotting
how
Neil the
do
seal.
I know that those two seals do not look like the same gentleman? That's not Neil. Hashtag not my Neil.
not my
Well,
Neil.
they say that this is Neil. And so now I'm on Neil.
I feel like you're just on seal TikTok.
No, Neil specific.
No, she's on Neil TikTok.
Yes, but all these seals are not the same gentleman.
It is.
It is
Prove
not.
it.
They look a little different.
No, it's Neil the seal.
But it has to be someone's pet if they have the TikTok account for it.
No, like people send them and
But how are they aware that it's Neil the seal?
because it's the same area.
But another seal family can't take up like home in the area?
No,
Like in the water? Like Neil obviously has to go to the water eventually.
yeah, and he'll leave and come back
But how do they know it's Neil coming back?
I think
because they
We're-
believe it's Neil.
we're gonna have to say in good faith, from what
Is this like how you thought the two people were sisters?
Shut the fuck up. No, this is
now
Neil.
that because you said that, I can't edit it out.
It's Neil the seal.
Let's assume it's Neil the seal.
It is. We're not
Okay.
assuming it is definitive. I'm saying it here.
He told you that.
I saw TikTok. I said it earlier that we have to start practicing media literacy. When you see like a couple do a skit on TikTok, do you immediately think it's real?
No,
Okay, good. I'm worried about you.
don't be.
You believed that Ayo Ebridi
I don't know.
and Quinta Brunson were sisters.
Because an interviewer
Taylor,
said
they
it.
don't even have the same last name.
Well, I didn't even know their names.
Just because someone says it doesn't mean it's true. You also thought Gypsy Rose was pregnant last week because you saw a fake TikTok account.
No, she wasn't pregnant.
Yes, because via a fake TikTok account.
We don't know that. No,
We know that. It would have
Okay.
made national news. Oh my god, we forgot to talk about the 4 horsemen of Twitter this week.
Well,
Go ahead, take it away.
Oh, I guess we still have some time. So you haven't seen the video of the guy jumping over the judge's stand?
Nope.
He turned into a flying squirrel.
Ah. Was that with the Larry Nassar case?
I think it was just like...
I don't know if it was. I don't think it was connected to any like large case.
Oh.
Okay, well, I don't need like a news report on it. I just want like... Give me the facts.
Whoa! Why do you attack her?
She was sentencing him.
She was sentencing him.
No one caught him before? Like, what's that moron doing?
Well, the video keeps going on, but he starts really just punching him.
Good. No one could have stopped him, though?
Yeah, what's the security in
It
the
all happened so fast.
courthouse?
Of course
for?
it was Vegas.
And then the other one you had seen, which one did you see?
The synagogue building a tunnel.
Oh, the tunnels underneath New York City.
That's huge news.
Did you
That
see
is
the guy
all
who was
over my
tweeting?
Twitter.
He, like, in
was
November.
He was like, I keep hearing Yiddish underneath my floorboard.
Yiddish. I live on the first floor, and he's like, "You all laughed at me."
Yeah.
I'm not crazy.
I'm not crazy. People were speaking Yiddish.
Some of you owe me an apology. That was really funny.
I woke up this morning and I was like, what the fuck?
That was literally like all over my thing this morning because I think it came out yesterday, but it like blew up overnight
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
because they found the tunnel system. Because yesterday some guy just recorded a video of like a man in Hasidic Jewish garb
Coming
just coming out of
out
a sewage grate,
like
And
like
so
a
I was
ninja turtle.
What the fuck? What the fuck? And he was just
Where was
recording
he
him.
coming out of?
A
Just
grate.
like, just a subway grate, just like
Where?
a grate.
Like in the street?
Yes.
Yeah, he just came
Yes,
out of
in
the
the
street. Out of a, like
In
he
the
popped
street.
the grate up, and he just came out. And then I guess overnight they discovered the tunnels,
Why were they making
and
tunnels?
that they led to the synagogue.
That-
I don't
that's
know.
TBD. TBD.
We do-
I can't wait to break that news.
You're gonna break it.
Mm-hmm.
There was also the
Connor
street-
getting stuck in the vase.
Oh, Connor getting stuck in the vase.
He's at a wedding.
At a wedding.
I don't even think I could pull up that video, but there was just a vase at a wedding venue, and it was like a big ass vase, and this guy
You know those
named
vases that are
Connor
like half
Yeah.
the size of your body,
just went into it, and then they had to
Got
call the
stuck.
fire department to get him out because he was stuck. I think
and
you
it
could
like
see
his
it in the
body kept
picture I had
slipping
sent.
like more into the vase.
This is him in the vase. He did go shoulders deep.
Oh, shit. How?
He kept slipping in the vase.
He just.
I thought that was a garbage can.
That's something I would do for like a laugh. I just would keep going deeper
Oh,
into the
the
vase.
second I saw that, I was like, this would happen to Meghan at her own wedding. I thought of you and
I'm
my
getting
sister
married.
Sophie. I thought of you and my sister Sophie because both of you would get stuck.
Sophie gets stuck in a vase at my wedding, and I get stuck in a vase at Sophie's wedding.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I'm gonna invite your sister to my wedding, and I hope she invite me to hers.
Oh, you better. I'll pay for my table of friends if I have to. I need a table of friends at her wedding.
Okay.
Oh my god,
Fuck,
I
it's
just
not
gave myself
big.
a blister with my mic.
Ooh.
It's sweating so much.
Now, did you see
Oh.
the streaker at
No.
where was it?
Bass Pro Shop. He jumped in the fish tank, and he had to have the smallest penis in the world to the point where people were like, "This man has
a vagina.
He just jumped in, and then he just like flopped out.
Why?
And guess what his name was? Also Connor.
Oh.
Which
Is
inspired
it?
a tweet. I don't know. I'm assuming because I saw a tweet that said there's 2 wolves inside of you, and they're both named Connor, and it was the photo of the guy at the Bass Pro Shop, and then it was the photo of Connor stuck in the vase at the wedding.
Oh.
But can't confirm or deny if the guy at the Bass Pro Shop was named Connor, or if it was just for the funny tweet that they
Gotcha.
said his name was Connor. But yeah,
Makes sense.
I'll send tweets about it, and we can put it in things of the week that are funny. Okay, well, that's browse.
We had a pretty packed episode.
We did.
Yeah.
For someone we were like, this is gonna be 20 minutes.
Yeah. Hey.
Talked about...
We didn't talk
Almost-
about my Sonny Angel.
We have 5 minutes. Do you want to end on it?
Well, we went to dinner and
The waitress complimented your Sonny Angel on your
the
phone.
waitress
I love you, baby.
complimented my Sonny Angel on my phone. I have a tomato. It's a hipper, which means
I
it's
think
like
she wanted to seem like she didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
'Cause she was like, I love your baby.
she turned to me and she went, "I love your baby,"
And
I
you went, my Sonny Angel?
and I went, "My Sonny Angel," and she was like, "Yeah, they're
My
so
roommates are
cute."
collecting them.
I said, "I've kind of been collecting them a little bit," and she said something like, "I love the one that has
The fish.
The
the
fish
fish
that looks like it's eating its head.
It looks like it's
'Cause
eating
you
its
have
head."
the fish series, but you have the jellyfish.
Mhm.
And then I went, "Well, have you seen the new Valentine's Day collection?" And then, you know, we talked a little bit. She left after taking our order, and I looked at Meghan and Taylor and went, "Do I have a problem? My team got me a Sonny Angel. You got me a Sonny Angel.
Well, I was saying we all have to go to like an Urban Outfitters and pick out one to have them
Yeah.
on the table to represent the 4 of us.
Mhm.
They're just so, I don't know. I think they're so funny."
Right now we have the Valentine's Day birds out.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately we don't have any Martin Luther King Jr. Day
Decor.
decor. But nevertheless, happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. What did he say? I have a dream.
I have a dream.
And anything else?
I was gonna say, you know that she's like, "Welcome to the life of a New York City mom," and she owns a toy store. I think she started selling Sonny Angels at the toy store.
Oh my God.
Oh, she owns that toy store? I thought she just worked there.
No, she owns it.
Awesome.
Moral of the story, I need more Sonny Angels.
I need to own a toy store. Or a
And-
Sonny Angel shop.
And you'll carry some Sonny Angels. Oh, for me, my children.
For you and your children.
Pip.
Pip.
And Poppy Patricia. PPP.
I can't even get into that right now. I can't even get into
PP
that.
girls.
Do you have a P name you'd like to name your children? We could have talked about baby names this episode too, because
No.
Nikki doesn't have a baby name list.
We
but
could.
the three of us
Next
do.
time Nikki can't make it, we'll talk about our baby name list. Wow. Okay, yeah. Full
Okay.
episode.
Well,
Alrighty.
thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you're new on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And ring that bell so you can be notified every time we post a video. Make sure to go on our latest short and video and like it and comment something nice underneath it. All of our socials are linked down below. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, make sure to rate us 5 stars and subscribe. I think you can also ring bells on those, if I'm correct. So
I think so, but I'm not 100.
wherever
Yeah,
you
I
can
don't know.
ring a bell, ring the friggin' bell. Let's get that up. And make sure to rate us 5 stars because we have 15 and I'd like to get 20. So literally just need 5 of you. And we're so close to 300 followers on Instagram. So if you're not following our Instagram, make sure to go follow that right now.
We're also
Give us a DM.
I
Yes.
have a dream that you follow our Instagram.
yesterday. I think we were almost at 250 subs on YouTube too.
Just say.
So if you're listening on Spotify, make sure to go head over to YouTube and also click that subscribe button if you haven't already. It would be very much appreciated, and we'll love you even more than we already do. If you've made it this far,
Congrats.
congrats. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye. Mwah.